Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So, from today, I am going to start something very important for every interview aspirant. This is my top 150 interview questions where I will break down the most asked interview questions in the very simple way. From DSA to core concepts, we are going to start a new journey. In this journey, I will cover the frequently asked interview questions and the real interview questions. I will provide you with the clear explanation and the coding patterns. So, the pattern is something which is very important. Every questions belong to some pattern, and if you are able to recognize this pattern, there is nothing to stop you from solving that question. So, if you are preparing for placements, internships, then this sheet is all you need, because this sheet will cover all the important topics which are required from the phase of the interview. So please make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any part of this top 150 sheets questions. So now I will meet you with the very first question of this interview sheet. Okay, so the first question states that you are given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2 which is sorted in non-decreasing order, and the two integers m and n representing the number of elements in nums1 and nums2 respectively. We have to merge nums1 and nums2 into a single array sorted in non-decreasing order. Okay, so हमें दो arrays दिए गए हैं, एक nums1 and nums2, and दो integers दिए गए हैं m and n. M denotes the number of elements in the nums1's array, and n denotes the number of elements in nums2 array. The question asked us to merge these two arrays into a single array, and that array should be in increasing order. Okay, what will be the first approach which came to my mind was we can simply use one additional space and put all these elements into the additional space like this, and then simply sort this, and then I will return this. This was the very first approach which came to my mind, but it is written in the question that the final sorted array should not be returned by the function but instead be stored inside the array nums1. मतलब हम जो भी ऑपरेशंस लगाएंगे या फिर हम जैसे भी अपने array को जनरेट करेंगे, हमारा फाइनल सॉर्टेड array होगा वो nums1 ही बनेगा. इसका मतलब कि हमें ये जो nums2 के एलिमेंट्स हैं इन्हें भी nums1 के अंदर ही प्लेस करना पड़ेगा, ताकि जो हमारा जो फाइनल array होगा वो nums1 ही हो और वो इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर में हो. आई होप यू गेट इट. नाउ लेट्स सी द अप्रोच टू सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन. सी दिस इज nums1, right? 1 2 3 0 and 0. So the number of elements in num1 is 3, right? 1 2 and 3. ये जो स्पेस बाकी बची हुई है, जो ये जो जीरोज हैं, दिस इज फॉर nums2. जो nums2 के एलिमेंट्स होंगे दैट वी प्लेस समवेयर हियर एंड देन वी विल सॉर्ट इट. ठीक है, मतलब कि हमें जो ये nums2 के एलिमेंट्स हैं वो nums1 में ही प्लेस करने होंगे एंड देन वी विल सॉर्ट इट. ओके, so now let's see how to place the elements. Okay, let's have two pointers I and j. Okay, I will be at the last element of num1 and j will be at the last element of nums2. Now what we will do, we will compare the elements at I and j. अब 3 और 6 को compare करेंगे. Whatever will be the greater will be placed at the end of nums1, means at this index. ठीक है, let's suppose this index is idx. Okay, अब 3 और 6 में से 6 is greater, then we will place 6 here. and then we'll decrement idx by 1. ठीक है. Now this j pointer will also be shifted by 1 to left side. Now from 3 and 5, 5 is greater and it will be placed at this idx. So now 5 will be placed here and I will be decremented by again 1. J now will be decremented to here. अब 3 और 2 में से 3 is greater, so we will place 3 at idx, which means here. Okay, now idx again will be decremented by 1. It will came here. अब I will also be decremented by 1, right? जैसे हम j को डिक्रीमेंट कर रहे थे वैसे ही I भी डिक्रीमेंट होगा. अब 2 और 2 में से ग्रेटर तो कोई मतलब है नहीं, दोनों इक्वल हैं, सो वी विल प्लेस एनीवन टू बी हियर. अब इधर आ जाएगा हमारा idx पे 2 एंड अगेन दिस I विल बी डिक्रीमेंटेड बाय 1 की इधर. अब 1 और 2 में से 2 जो हमारा है वो ग्रेटर है, ये idx से कम हो गया था, राइट? सो वी विल प्लेस हियर 2. नाउ दिस j decrements by 1 and it will go out of bound and it will go out of bound and here we will end our function. So this is the final sorted array. You can see 1, 2, 2, 3, 5 and 6. We have merged these two arrays into one single array and it is sorted. Okay, now let's see the pseudocode, that how we will write the code. We were using 2 pointers, let's say int I, and we placed that pointer at the very last element of nums1, which was 3, because there were 3 elements in this nums1, right? So we will use this m and we'll place our ith pointer. So it will be at m minus 1. Why? Because see, here there were 3 elements, right? 1, 2 and 3, and our array is of 0 based indexing. So this is at 0th index and we have initially placed I pointer here. So I will become m minus 1. Similarly, we have placed j pointer, it will be at n minus 1. Okay, next we have placed another pointer, this idx. Now how we will calculate this idx? See, there were total 3 elements in this nums1 and total of 3 elements in nums2, which is m elements in nums1 plus n elements in nums1. This will be the total length of this nums1, and because of 0 based indexing it will be minus 1 and idx will be here. Okay, so our idx will be at m plus n minus 1 of final array, which is none other than nums1. Okay, next we will apply one loop, and this loop will run till the j is greater than equal to 0. Okay, next we will what we were doing, compare num1 at I and num2 at j. Whichever was greater, place it on nums1 and at idx. Okay, after placing we were decrementing idx by 1 position, right? And whatever you have chosen, whether it is I or j, just decrement that also. Okay, and also here we have to check one thing, that is if I is also greater than 0. Okay, अगर ये जो I है ये भी 0 से ग्रेटर होगा, मतलब ये आउट ऑफ बाउंड नहीं गया, तभी हम ये स्टेप परफॉर्म कर पाएंगे, नहीं तो वी आर नॉट एबल टू डू दिस. ओके, क्योंकि अगर आई ही आउट ऑफ बाउंड चला जाएगा देन वी आर नॉट एबल टू प्रोसेस दिस थिंग, हमारा जो कंपाइलर है वो हमें एरर दे देगा. And your pseudocode is complete. Now let's see the time complexity. What was the time complexity? Okay, so we were traversing the elements of num1 exactly once, right? O of m. And we were also traversing the elements of nums2 by once. So in total it become O of m plus n, and space complexity was O of 1, which means constant. We haven't used any additional space, that's why it become O of 1. I hope you like this video and आपको ये प्रॉब्लम अच्छे से समझ में आ गई होगी. एंड इसका इंट्यूशन क्या था? Pseudo code I have provided and the exact Java code I will provide it at the end of this video. If you want that, you can refer to that. Please subscribe to the channel for more upcoming videos. I will see in question 2. Thank you.